In this episode, we will look into the science of building muscles, cultivating healthy habits, and achieving lasting well-being. Helping us with this is a renowned coach, personal trainer, and health expert. Welcome to the show, Angela. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining me on this episode for our soulful conversation. I've been looking forward to speaking with you because you help a lot of women out there, to build muscles, to cultivate good, healthy habits or lifestyle also. And you're not sure that you did yourself in 2009, you won the Miss World in natural bodybuilding. And that's like awesome. That's a great thing. So I would just like us to start out with that. Like, I would like to learn about your journey, for example, from moving from Germany to the US and everything that you have to do to become Miss Universe.
Yeah, thank you for that question. My gosh, my story didn't start very pretty. I finished college. I have a finance degree, and I ended up in the working environment, not being very active anymore, so to speak. So I gained a lot of weight, and I was always under a lot of pressure to present a certain picture, to be successful at my work, to have the perfect relationship, to have a certain look. So for me, not being, so to speak, in shape anymore was really hard. So what I did, and I think a lot of people do, you just try different diets. You don't really pay attention what you're doing. You just want to see a quick result. And that's what I did. And by doing that, my God, I don't even know how many diets I tried and failed. And it was very painful. It was actually harming my health. I ended up in the hospital. I mean, not being proud of it, but I ended up with certain eating disorders, certain eating habits, which caused all those health issues. And what happened in that time, to be honest with you, was not being my authentic self, not living the life I supposed to live. I was good at what I was doing, but it was not what I was meant to do. And being in a relationship, what was not ideal, didn't help either. So what happened was, I went to a nutrition school in Germany, learned everything about nutrition because I needed to understand the chemistry lab called body. Like, what is it? How does this work? Because why was I failing? Why couldn't I do any diet? And I struggled. And like I said, my gosh, like depression, anxiety, all those things. Like, it was a lot of emotional stuff which piled up. And I got a hang of it. I learned, I journaled. It was quite a journey. It took a long time. But again, it didn't really go well because I still stayed in an abusive relationship and in a job which wasn't my dream job or the job I was supposed to do. And you're hitting wall after wall after wall. It didn't go. And I decided I quit my job. I'd break up with my boyfriend and I'll just go to the United States and I take a class in like English as a second language. So I went to university and it was a 3-month program, English as a second language, and I got started there. And it was just nice being unknown, being a person, just Angela who has no like attachment, so to speak. So I started fresh. And I have to say, I fell in love with the country. I really enjoyed being in the United States. So I'm like, I want to stay. I want to figure out to stay a little longer. What I did was, again, you repeat sometimes your mistakes and then you learn. I got an internship at a bank. So again, choosing my comfort zone, choosing a place where I know how to navigate through, not really challenging myself, not really trying new things. So I went back to banking because I knew how to do that. Well, being there, what do you do? The thing is, again, I hit another roadblock. It's a pattern, and you can actually see it if you look back into it, if you look back in your life and you like about what happened, what were the stepping stones, what were the points where I really got a challenge and it changed it and it improved my life. And it's so funny, like there are literally moments where you say, wow, that's where it hit me. That's where I made a change. So I'm sitting in the bank talking to my immigration lawyer how to get a work visa as a banker. And she's just said straight out, there's no way. There are too many bankers in the United States. You'll never get a work visa. You have to have some special skills. I said, okay, uh, I don't have any special skills in banking, but what I can do really well is I can lift things up and put them down. I'm really good at bodybuilding. So she said to me, okay, if you can get a world champion title for the United States, you can get a green card. And that's how it all started with competing in bodybuilding. So I did some small shows in Germany, but nothing really worth mentioning it. I had an interest in it, but not at that level. So, okay, now I had to make a decision and I had to make changes. I had nothing to lose, so I decided, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I straightened up my diet, I got to the gym, I worked out, and you get in that zone. We were just talking about, you go with the flow. And I was in that flow. And this is what I was meant to do. And boy, my body changed. I had no health issues, no nothing. Everything went well. I was watching how my body changed and I was able to sculpture it. Like, this is my form of art. Other people paint pictures. I can create bodies, and that's my specialty. And I started with my body first, and I learned how to create the optimum, how to work on certain body parts to improve them, and get the perfect body composition, get rid of the body fat. So by doing that journey, I was able to compete at the Miss Florida. I won Miss Florida, got qualified for Team USA, which was huge. I went to Los Angeles, competed at the Miss USA. It was, like I said, natural bodybuilding, and I competed at the Miss Physique class. So yeah, I won Miss USA. And then, of course, I was qualified for Miss Universe. And at that moment, it was very important to me to actually make the United States proud, because I had that opportunity where I was able to make all those changes. And yeah, so I competed at Miss Universe, won Miss Universe. And from there on, it was like that moment, getting that trophy, where I said, okay, I'm done with being a banker. It's time to change. And then I got, to be honest with you, that moment too, when I think about it, people ask me all the time, was that the happiest moment in your life? And I would say no. I felt relieved. The happiest moment was the journey getting there. The moments of training and seeing how I improved and getting from one step to the next. That was my happy place. Actually, the getting there, the journey. So anyway, then I became a personal trainer, started from scratch. I had no business, no nothing. And I just, spent hours and hours and hours at different gyms, training different people. I trained, oh my God, thousands of, got into health coaching because I saw the need of providing a complete package. It's not only the workout, you keep out exercise, the bad diet. So I was getting my health coach degree and started my own company. And that's when I started providing services where I looked at the nutrition, I looked at the lifestyle, stress management, and the workout. That's where I was able to actually change with lives. And yeah, that's what I do now.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate you taking us on that journey from how you started to where you are right now. One thing that stood out to me was about, I think the challenge that we all face, like falling back to old patterns. And if we're not able to break those patterns, we won't be able to see the changes that we want to see in our lives. And I really appreciate you, highlighting that and pointing that out to us. Yeah. because sometimes we struggle with different situations in our lives, maybe with eating habits or with whatever, and if we're not able to find the root cause of this issue, break the pattern that leads to that, we'll just end up still struggling, and maybe some health issues like you shared in your story will come up again that could affect our lives basically.
Oh yeah. And the thing is too, it's interesting. People ask me if I have fear doing it, making changes. And of course, it's scary. Yes, and I do have a lot of fears. But where I saw the improvement was not seeing fear as a bad thing, seeing fear as a good thing, because that tells me it's something which challenges me, and that's what I need to do to get better. So when I feel fear, I get actually excited, and I'll just take fear on the back seat and I'll do it anyway. But I do have fears.
Yeah, and that sounds cool. Yeah, I'm talking about fear. Like you becoming Miss Universe in natural bodybuilding. How was that journey like for you? What obstacles did you have to face? What fear did you have to overcome to really get to that point where you won?
Oh my gosh! So when you hear you need to win a world champion title, that is overwhelming. And yeah, you can get anxious, and you feel like overwhelmed. Where how do I even start? And what I learned in my journey, how to handle those things, is to break it down in smaller goals. And Tristan, sometimes I have days, I'm not kidding you, with dieting and exercise, you get tired and you get to the limit what you're made out of. And I had days where I said, okay, you can do today, just today. Today you can do the diet. Today you can do the workout. What I'm going to do tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe I will eat a pizza, or I won't go to the gym tomorrow. But today, that one day you can do. That's what I told myself. And guess what? I woke up the next day and it was today again. And again. And again. There is no tomorrow. It's always today. And follow me on that one. So I had a string of good todays. And all of a sudden it was weeks and months. And there was the first bodybuilding show. So, yeah, I broke that down in smaller steps and goals. And that helped me to get there. The other challenge was at that point, I did an internship, as I said, and I didn't make a lot of money. So I had no money whatsoever. And the interesting thing is, you can always make it work. And money always comes. It was a very fascinating journey where I was like, okay, how do I get a flight ticket, or how do I make it happen to get like the food I need or something? And it always worked out. And I learned too that I should not worry too much about things like that. I should, again, take it step by step. It will all fall into place. And that's what it did. You have to have faith.
Have faith. Yeah, I love that. Have faith. Take it step by step. I'm going to also apply that, what you just talking right now into my own daily life. Like, looking at it as not looking at tomorrow, but looking at today. What can I do today to make today the best day? Like, tomorrow I can decide to eat pizza, but today I'm going to eat healthy. And then tomorrow becomes today, and the next tomorrow becomes today, and I do the same thing every day.
Isn't that the truth though? One day, come on, everybody can do one day.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone can do one day. Yes. I think, okay, if we break it down and say, right now, maybe you can do it every hour or so. Like this very hour, I'm going to be in my best behavior. I'm just talking to myself. This very hour, I'm going to be productive. And you do it hour by hour until you're done with whatever you have to do that day. So, yeah.
And it makes life so much better. You will see it's changing. I think it is. Being in the present moment, we forget so much being present because we get distracted with so many things and we miss life, That's also a lifestyle where you embrace more freedom and more success because at present you actually see way more things in the
You see what is my presence. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, you are already like a life coach apart from being a personal trainer also. I can't imagine how much your clients are paying from you, not just from body, but also from mind. I'm sure you impart all of this knowledge into them. And
It's all together, yeah.
altogether it's a full package basically. Yeah. I'd like to learn from you because I also want to take my my health serious and have a much more healthier lifestyle. So from you as a bodybuilder and someone who helps other people out there, what can I do to build healthy muscles? And what are the habits, what are the things, what are the food I'm meant to eat? How am I supposed to live my life so I can build healthy muscles and also a healthy lifestyle in general?
Yes. Wow. Big question. Okay. Let's start from like the foundation. Let's create a foundation. So what we need to understand, and this is what's going on right now, I think in the whole health and diet industry is we are very much focused on the scale, the number on the scale, how much you weigh, and on body fat. That's what we can measure right now, how much body fat you have. And I think we take it from the wrong side. We approach it the wrong way. You need to focus on healthy muscle tissue. Healthy muscle is the organ of longevity. And what do I mean by that? I'm not talking about you bulky and have a lot of size, so to speak, but I want you to have a healthy cell, a healthy muscle cell. And why is that? Why is that so important? The muscle, just think about it. Let's start with the metabolism. When you eat carbs, we all fight our carbs, carbs. When we eat carbs, we digest them and they turn into glucose and go into our bloodstream. So where do they go? Usually they get stored in the muscle and in the liver. So the muscle is your glucose disposal. That's where the glucose goes in. So if you don't have enough muscle and if you don't have healthy muscle, the glucose, okay, insulin gets produced, right? So we have glucose in our bloodstream. We make insulin. Insulin is the key to open up the cell. That's what insulin does to get the sugar out of the bloodstream. A lot of sugar in the bloodstream is very harmful to the body. So we want to get it into the muscle cell. Well, not enough. Broken down cell. We are not working the muscle. The key doesn't work. So we can't get the sugar out of the system. It goes back to the liver. And in the liver, it spills over and we store it as visceral fat. It's the belly fat, what people carry. And that's a very, very dangerous fat. Causes a lot of health issues. This fat is made basically for most of the diseases, like one of them. It's highly inflammatory. So you don't want that. Here we go. How about we start working out and activate and train those cells in the muscle and make them work. So when the sugar hits the system, insulin can open it and it gets it out of the bloodstream and goes into the muscle where it's supposed to go. Very simple to fix, for example, insulin resistance. And that's like one of the main causes for cardiovascular disease, prediabetes, all kinds of things. It's always starting with insulin resistance. And that's a metabolic syndrome. So your metabolism is not working properly. So that's one thing what the muscle can do. The muscle also communicates with your endocrine system. So with all your hormones, with your testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, with your thyroid, with your adrenal system, cortisol. We all know, oh my gosh, adrenal fatigue, we are burned out, cortisol, and then we treat that. But this is not the problem. The problem is that you are not having a healthy muscle, what can communicate with your adrenal system, and then you get more stress. The other thing too, healthy muscle is heavy. So you have to carry that muscle. So your skeleton bones, like your skeleton, the bones need to be stronger. So you prevent osteoporosis, which is huge, for example, in women. Men decline with hormones and bone density linear. It goes slow down as they age. So they feel it in their 60s, 70s. Women tank, stay stagnant, tank, stay stagnant. So it's a little bit different, but the end result is the same. And you just an example, women in their menopause actually lose a third of their bone density because they've lost the estrogen. It's a big jump for women. Men a little bit different, same thing, just not as extreme. And by training the muscle and having heavy muscle, like dense, healthy tissue, my God, the bones stay stronger. Another thing too, it improves cognitive function and it improves the immune system. The muscle basically communicates with every system in your body. So why wouldn't you train that, So when you have healthy muscle tissue, your metabolism goes, the immune system is stronger, you have better cognitive function, the hormones are balanced. Yeah, and that's like a complete package of health and longevity. So here you go. That's like one of the keys, and people don't understand it. They like to go to medication, or they don't even get the advice to start strength training. That's a big problem. Same thing with body composition. If you want to get rid of body fat, you need to train the muscle to get the metabolism going. Yeah.
Wow, thanks for sharing that. Yeah.
That's a lot of information.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot, but these are very vital things. Like, I was imagining already, I'll be, how to train my body or so that the insulin can, send the carbs to the right places, basically. So, what are like some workouts I want to do, to easily build the muscles the healthy way?
So, if you never worked out, and this is, people have the misconception that they need to spend hours and hours and hours at the gym. And that's really not the case. You can actually get really good in shape at home with some dumbbells and short workouts. They just have to be efficient. So depending on what level you are, to be honest with you, if you can do a total body workout with a weight you can handle so you have proper form, it's a great start. And if you can do it 2 or 3 times per week, amazing. If you can up it so you can do it 5 times a week, even better. You should move daily. Get out, walk, run, cycle, and do the strength training. You know what I'm saying? But pace yourself. And the important thing is too, if you never worked out, you have to create the neural pathways, meaning muscle-mind connection. You need to train or understand when you work your bicep, that you should feel it in your bicep. So the brain needs to connect to that muscle group. And that's a learning curve, and it takes some people longer. I have clients where I go very gentle the first 4 months. I have other clients, they learn very quickly and they can improve in 2 weeks. The important thing though, when you start with weights, you always want to cook less. You always want to be better than you were yesterday. So you want to improve whatever you do. And if it's just one more repetition, or if it's just one more set, or if you grab like 1 kilo or 1 pound of more weight for one exercise, it's an improvement. You want to progress, you want to challenge the body so the body can adapt and you get all the benefits.
Oh, awesome. It's like what you said earlier, taking baby steps, basically. Like one more rep. Yeah, one more set. Yeah.
Yeah, and you want to prevent injury. You do not want an injury. You want to actually live a long life, healthy life. Yeah, you don't want to kill yourself during it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the healthy muscles are supposed to be the key to longevity and not a key to killing ourselves. Yeah.
hmm You know what's also fascinating, and this is such a beautiful sport. If you talk about bodybuilding and strength training, you can start at any age. It's never too late, and the muscle will always respond to the input you give it. No matter, it doesn't matter. So there is never a too late. No, the earlier you start, the better, because, and this is very important to know, in your 30s, sarcopenia already starts. And sarcopenia is the loss of muscle. It's only 1% per year. Doesn't sound a lot, but think about it. In 10 years, it was 10%, 20 years, 20%, 30 years, 30%. So in your 50s, 60s, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't open a jar anymore. Oh my gosh, it's hard to get up the stairs. And you lose life quality. And to prevent that, the earlier you start, the better. But no matter what, if you start in your 60s or 70s or 80s, good. It's great. It helps. My oldest client is 92, by the way.
92. Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite
Very big lady.
wow, that's impressive. So
Yeah.
it's never too late to start. Yeah.
Mhm.
But some had this asking right now, Angela, like how soon will I start seeing results? Like if I start working out today, how soon can I start seeing the effect of the results in my body?
Mhm. Now, I always recommend to be patient,
Mm.
depending on how much you can handle. And depending on how well you put your diet and your exercise program together, the faster you see results. And that's where I come into play, because I will optimize it for you. So we see faster results. I have clients, they see results in like a month. I have clients who see results, but for example, some people lose body fat just faster depending on where they're coming from, if they're from a higher number, if they don't have to lose that much weight, how their metabolism is. So everybody is very different. When you have a healthy metabolism, it goes very quickly.
Awesome. That's good. Healthy metabolism. So do you help your clients also to understand all of these factors that, play a
Yes.
role into their okay.
Yes, it is very important to me that they know, for example, if they travel, if they have an event, if they have, the holidays, how to navigate through those days without having a total setback, like I want them to understand how their body works and how to maneuver through those things. And I always like the 80-20 rule. Like if you're 80% good and 20% not so good, that's fine. Your body can totally balance it out. I don't like it too rigid or too strict. And you never should lose the fun. It has to be fun, and
Yeah.
the workout, what's the best workout? The one you enjoy, So you can always make it fun.
Yeah, make it fun. I'm talking about making it fun and balance and all of that. We'll also take on cheat days. Like, we talk about, Saturdays are my cheat days, Saturdays are my cheat days. Also take on that.
You hit the nail. So, okay, to be honest, I don't like cheat days.
Okay.
I didn't like the word cheat day because I'm not a cheater, so why would I do a cheat day? So, if you want to eat a meal which is not ideal or not on the diet plan, so to speak, have that meal, and that's okay. The body can handle it, and that's fine. Enjoy it. Just don't make it a regular thing. That's what I'm saying. Like if you want to go out on Sunday, and have a good time, have that good time. But otherwise, just make smart choices and know. I mean, always think about it this way: whatever you eat, that's the building block for your body. And how do you want to look like? Do you want to look like crappy food, junk food? It's your choice. You know what I'm saying? So I certainly don't. So I make good quality choices with my food because my body is my temple. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have this awareness. That's like I said, I don't like cheat meals. But if you want to have a little bit more that day, if you go out, if, like I said, if you have Christmas party with your family, please enjoy the Christmas party with your family and enjoy that dinner and have a good time. Yes. But can you have it every day after work? No.
Yeah, let's not that way. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Well,
like,
I did like some things I'm supposed to do, do without, for example, like if I go to a buffet, for example, and I'm trying to be conscious of my health, I did like some food items I should pay attention to or,
mhm.
like avoid because I'm
Oh,
on a
yeah.
weight loss journey or I'm building my muscles or something like that.
Mhm. Very good question. So, very simple. You always choose your protein first, okay? Number one rule, protein first. Why? Protein is the building block that keeps the muscle healthy. Now, you want to have a robust amount of protein to trigger muscle protein synthesis. So always protein first. Whatever choice you like, go with it, you know? So when you have protein first, the other benefit too is it regulates two hormones. That's the hormone ghrelin and the hormone leptin. Ghrelin is the hunger hormone. Leptin is the feeling full hormone, satiety. So if you eat protein first, it makes you feel full, increases leptin, so you're not as hungry or craving. So funny when you go to a restaurant, they always bring the bread basket first, and everybody eats the bread step first. Or if you go to a Mexican restaurant, you get the tortilla chips. It's all carbs. Why? Just stop, say down, have your protein first, and wait and see what happens. You won't eat it because you're not hungry anymore. The next thing you put on your plate is a lot of fiber. You want to have the fiber on your plate. So that's all the non-starchy vegetables. Load it up. So have your protein first, then the fiber, and then healthy fats like avocado. You can do healthy nuts and seeds and stuff like that. You want to have the omega-3 fatty acids like the DHA and EPA because it's anti-inflammatory and it helps you to just heal the body. It's a very good energy source as well. And it doesn't start cravings. You want to reduce the craving.
Yeah. Protein first. Protein first. Yeah.
Protein first.
Anytime I'm eating right now, that's what I was thinking in my head. Protein first, protein first, protein first. And
Huge.
fibers.
You'll
Yeah.
see a big change.
Yeah. Well, I've learned a lot from you, Angela, from this conversation. I'm going to use a lot of these things to improve my lifestyle, my health also, and my journey of building muscles and also losing weight too. For clients out there, for listeners out there who would like to reach out to you, maybe get to ask more questions or work together with you on their own journey too. What's the best way to connect with you? What's the best way to work with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my website, houseofshape.com. That's the name of my company. Or on social media, Health Coach Angela on Instagram or Facebook.
Awesome. I'm going to place the link to your website in the show notes of this episode. So I encourage everyone out there to click on the link, copy the link, and reach out to you and just, get across to you also on all social media platforms. You post a lot of useful tips and things that people could use even on their journey. Thank you so much, Angela. I really appreciate you. It was wonderful speaking with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey there, podcast enthusiasts. Are you ready to add a little sparkle to your day? If you're loving the insightful conversations and captivating stories on Mirror Talk Podcast, here's a friendly nudge to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on the empowering messages and thought-provoking discussions we bring to your ears. But wait, there's more. We're all about spreading positivity and inspiration, and you can be a part of it too. How? By sharing the love with your friends and family. Share this episode with your loved ones, and let's create a ripple effect of empowerment and growth together. And hey, if you've been enjoying what you hear, why not take a moment to leave us a glowing 5-star review? Your feedback fuels our passion to keep delivering content that resonates with you. So Hit that subscribe button, share the love, and leave us a review. Let's keep the conversation going and spread the Mirror Talk magic far and wide. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, your support means the world to us.